What's up, StarCraft fans? Today we have an update from Blizzard regarding Starcraft 2. So let's read it. Starcraft 2 update October 15, 2020. The Starcraft community, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Fluff, just fluff, just fluff. So this is the real update. We are going to continue supporting Starcraft 2 in the same manner as we have done with our previous long-standing games such as Brood War, focusing primarily on what our core and competitive communities care about most. What this means is that we are not going to be producing additional for-purchase content such as commanders and war chests. So that's it, guys. Whatever commanders we have now, that's it. I mean, yeah, we can read on. We will continue doing season rolls and necessary balance fixes moving forward. On that last note, we are not planning a Q4 balance update, given that we did one a few months ago. But as always, we do plan to continue doing them as needed in the future. Starcraft 2 Esports, just part of the highest echelon of professional competitive gaming, will also continue going strong as it had been through our partners ESL Gaming and GSL. This is fluff, fluff, fluff. So yeah, they basically took like 6 paragraphs to say that, well, no more updates. Whatever commanders we have, that's it. So, first off, we as a player base are fine. Starcraft 2 is still up. We can still play co-op. All the maps and commanders and prestiges that we have are still there. That being said, it seems that we will no longer be getting new content in terms of new commanders. Even though they did not explicitly say it, it probably is safe to assume that new maps are no longer on the table either. Here's the thing. When Blizzard releases a new co-op commander, they can at least reasonably expect that people would buy that new commander and it will at least pay for itself. New maps though are content and effort that will not generate any revenue for Blizzard, and we know by now Blizzard and Activision are almost exclusively only concerned about profits these days, so if they will not release new commanders that earn revenue, we can probably expect that they will also not release maps that do not earn revenue. So yeah, we'll try to answer 3 questions here. Why are Blizzard no longer releasing commanders? How will this affect us? And what will we do about it? So first, as I mentioned, commanders at least generate revenue for Blizzard. If it makes them money, why would they abandon it? There are 2 possible reasons. A bad one and a really bad one. The bad reason is that it doesn't earn enough money to cover the costs of producing the commanders. Whenever Blizzard develops a new commander, they have to pay people who work on the concept, design the new assets, test the playstyle, look for bugs, do the voice acting, prepare the marketing, and a bunch of other stuff. Obviously, these are a lot of costs, so perhaps whatever they earn from the commanders, like $5 each, I believe it was $5 each. Yeah, whatever they earn from it isn't enough to cover the costs. This is bad because as a player, I would much rather have to pay slightly more for a new commander as long as new content keeps flowing and co-op remains fresh. They themselves mentioned that the Starcraft community is the most passionate about their game, or at least is some of the most passionate about their game. And I do believe that part. I actually think that if they just raised the price of the commanders slightly, people will still buy the commanders. Starcraft is an old game, so most of its players have been around for a while, and they probably understand the concept of profit. Make more money than you spend, so that you can keep something for yourself. I'm willing to bet that if Blizzard were transparent and said that they were operating at a loss from selling new commanders, most players would see the point and agree to slightly higher prices. But yeah, so now the really bad reason is, if Blizzard were actually making a profit off of co-op commanders, but yet they still decide to not go through with it anymore. Because it's not enough for the executives at the top. Most of us at this point probably would agree that this is the sort of mentality that Activision executives would have. As employees beholden to their bosses, who are ultimately bound to the shareholders, they are tasked above all else to make tons and tons of money. Now, if the amount they earn from co-op is small, they might decide that it's more profitable to use the resources they spent on it on something like Overwatch. I know. We're still here. The Starcraft II community, the Starcraft II Co-op fan base is still here, but we unfortunately do not make enough money for Activision to keep supporting our game. Why is this really bad? Because the second reason that is, they are actually making money. They are actually making money off co-op, but the management decided that it's not enough to appease the shareholders, and the people and resources that are in co-op are better invested to other games like Overwatch or Hearthstone or Diablo Immortal. There may be other reasons, but the way I see it, it essentially comes down to money, just to varying degrees of badness, essentially. So now that the first question is answered, we'll move on to how this affects us. As they mentioned, they will continue support for StarCraft II the same way they do for Brood War. You know what Brood War doesn't have? I mean, new content. Yeah, Brood War does not have new content. It's a 20-year-old game now, so the chances we'll ever likely see a StarCraft II, the only changes we'll ever likely see in StarCraft II are new maps for versus. It also means that yes, StarCraft II Co-op is still playable, and you will still find matches reasonably fast. For 1v1, you'll still see a competitive scene where the best players fight for prizes and prestige. Co-op isn't going away. I know I'll still be playing it, and most of you will be too. In fact, I'll still produce the daily StarCraft content for everyone. If you are a co-op player, you have nothing to worry about. If you just play the game, you just, hop on in, look for a game, just play your favorite commanders, go on your favorite maps, you have nothing to worry about. If you are a content creator, like myself, it's a different story. The worst hit people from this update is probably people like me, immediately at least, who primarily depend on new co-op content, like new commanders and maps, for growth and spikes in viewership. Don't worry, I'll still make regular co-op content. My channel is not dead yet, but you can probably piece together that most likely it will stagnate along with the player base of co-op. Basically, the writing is on the wall, and unless we bring in new people who are interested in co-op, or if I successfully, move on to another game, that people will watch me. Yeah, unless that happens, it's just a matter of time. Essentially, I need to find a way to attract viewers outside of Blizzard's provided content. This leads me to the third question. What do we do about it? For most of us, nothing really. As long as we are happy with the commanders that we do have, there is some interest in some new commanders, but unless you guys are personally willing to develop those new commanders, this is all we're gonna get. It's not all bad, to be honest. When Blizzard introduced Prestiges, they effectively gave us 54 new playstyles, which can be construed as 54 extra commanders that we can play. For content creators and aspiring co-op content creators, we'll have to find a way to grow our channel instead of just waiting for Blizzard to give content to us. Now this could be done in the form of looking for a different game to play. This one is tough for established co-op content creators, because I know that I also release videos on Witcher 3 and other games, but those ones get noticeably fewer viewers than does my co-op content. Plus, a single player game that's essentially done will not likely have a lot of stuff for me to do in the first place. And if you're talking about multiplayer games like I don't know, League of Legends, Fortnite, that stuff. Overwatch, yeah. For that kind of stuff, those games are usually already saturated. So it's kind of hard to get in those. You have to find a niche for yourself. Basically, find a game that could be popular but isn't saturated yet. So yeah, that's what I would say. If you're looking to just start with co-op, you can still do it. Just know that what you're getting yourself into is most likely the finished product. You can still produce interesting content off of it, but no new Blizzard updates are coming as to new stuff, so you'll likely have to find a way to make your own content interesting. If you're one of those people who does want to see the release of new commander, things will be even trickier for you. Basically, Blizzard is telling us that they will no longer devote their resources to producing commanders. If you want your memes to be more than dreams, you'll have to do the work that Blizzard no longer finds profitable to do. You guys are probably aware that I do the Mass Recall series, where I play through a mod of Starcraft II, which is exquisitely made, by the way. If you want a new commander, what I would recommend for you is to find someone who is actually good at making maps and modding the game, and convince them to create an arcade map or a mod of your commander or map. Then get people to play it. Yeah, get it on the arcade, get people to play it, get people on your side, and hope that they like it to the point where Blizzard does notice the popularity of your commander or map idea. Like, I believe some of the most requested commanders, such as Alarak, I believe. I distinctly recall Alarak being so popular that Blizzard essentially had no choice. They had just released Karax, Vorzit, just Protoss commanders in a row, but Alarak was clearly the most popular, so they were kind of forced to release Alarak. So that's kind of what you have to do. You have to make a map or a mod of your commander idea, get people to play it and like it enough for Blizzard to notice and do something about it. We hope. It's not easy, it's not simple, but hey, as a great dude once said, the hardest choices require the strongest wills. Anyway, for most of us, co-op is still very much playable and we can still keep playing since Blizzard isn't taking it away. It's still here, guys. Blizzard is not taking away co-op. What will be taken away is the hope that there will be more new content. In a way, I guess it's better that they let us know the news right away instead of kind of ghosting us for months or years, keeping us expectant or hopeful that something will ever come. And yeah, that's it for this update. What I'm saying is it's probably better that Blizzard told us straight up instead of just kind of waiting for us to get tired of waiting. And yeah, that's it for this update. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea of what else you can do, please leave that in a comment. See you tomorrow's video.